Hello viewers, it's your girl Ruby Fangirl. We did it, we finally made it to the end of Pride Month. Almost. Because by the time I'm releasing this video, it's gonna be released basically a few days before Pride Month, or Pride Month ends basically. So just FYI on that. So I did came up with a poll probably last week about me talking about couples that I have been interested in over the past few years, from 2019 all the way to now. Basically animated gay couples. I'm not counting live action and stuff like that, because that's a completely different story. So the purpose of this, I have 7 major couples that I have seen, but there is one couple I haven't really watched the whole show, but I have seen some clips. Basically, you can count this as part of the list, honorable mention basically. It's somewhat there. But we'll get to that when I actually get to that specific couple. So we're gonna start off with from the least to the best. You guys probably already know what the best one is, but I'll just let you wait until I reach that point. So, shall we begin? Let's go. Coming up at number 7, we have Tweek x Craig from South Park. Yeah, it's actually the first time I'm actually mentioning South Park that isn't from a toy review. And guess what? I'm wearing a Mysterion shirt, so how convenient. So yeah, this is actually the second couple that I fell in love with after another couple that I really liked it for a while, but we'll get that in a little bit. So, why is this one bottom of the list? Because unlike the other ones that has a lot of development over the shows and stuff like that, even if they aren't really mentioned that much, at least they get some reason how they became the way they did. This really doesn't, because it's mainly just because they were parodying Yaoi at the time. Honestly, that episode definitely has some funny moments. So sorry, it just makes me laugh so hard. Just watch Tweek x Craig in season 19 and then you'll have a little bit of a laugh. But it was the very first time I heard the word yaoi before, yuri and yaoi. Basically, the Japanese word for boys love boys, women love women, basically. So, yeah, that's basically what yaoi and yuri is. And to be perfectly honest, I didn't really heard about this couple. I mean, I did watch South Park at the time, or watch clips of it. So you're probably wondering, how did I fall in love with this couple? In a dream. Yes, I am freaking weird. I know, but it did took me 1 year to move on to the couple that I would eventually actually really like. But overall though, they're fine. Because they don't really have a lot of chemistry, because of they quite literally had a fight in season 3 because mainly just because the boys just wanted them to fight as an excuse. But they don't really become official couple until season 19. Well, I do get why they did it, but if they had more development in between season 3 and season 19, yeah, that would have made it so much better for this couple. But there's nothing I can really say about this couple nowadays. But I still love South Park because it's easily one of the best cartoons out there, adult cartoons. It's right up there with Family Guy and The Simpsons, but South Park is on another different level. It's way better than those two, in my opinion. Without further ado, let's move on, shall we? So, coming up at number 6 is Ruby and Sapphire from Steven Universe. And, fun fact, this was the very first couple, or gay, cartoon gay couple, I actually fell in love with. It was around the end of 2019, where I didn't really know much about the community at the time. Well, I didn't know a couple of them from what my parents were watching, Glee, for example. I think that's what my mom was watching at the time, but it was something like that. But for the most part, when it comes to animation, I didn't really have those kind of LGBT plus community couples during that time, because we all know why that is, but it's kind of sad, but we all know why. But once I actually watched the episode hit the diamond, I actually remember the episode, I was completely shocked. I was staring at a first animation couple. Like, I was just bewildered. And that's when my love for the Community began. So, yeah, like, that's just great, right? Because, I mean, we all have our ways to actually love the Community and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's understandable. But what I think about, like, this couple in general, well, even though that this couple doesn't really appear a lot, but since they're like a fusion and make Garnet, so you can technically say they're around, but they're not, like, they're just like, you know, let's just say they are like physically together, because I mean they're a fusion, because fusions are basically two gems combining together to make one. But I do really like their backstory of how they became like a couple in the first place, because the crystal gems like were attacking like Blue Diamond and stuff like that, only like for like Sapphire and the Ruby that would eventually become her partner to fuse and accidentally make Garnet for the first time, and leading them to become like fugitives and get the frick out of there. And that's where they begin like to fall in love and stuff like that. So yeah, like it's really good stuff, because this is actually the first time I'm gonna mention this, is that like out of all the couples I've seen, they became the first couple to actually get married by like the end of like the original series. And I'm like, oh my god, that was great. Because unlike the rest of them like on the list later on, there was no like, you know, like marriages and stuff like that. Like they never proposed or anything like that, despite like being like quite a long while. But for the first time I heard about this, like, oh my god, or seen this was just so goddamn great. But all in all, though, we don't really see a lot of them, which is extremely disappointing at the time when I loved them. Like, when I was, like, when I really enjoyed them, but at least they were actually a lot more better than Tweek X Craig, because at least they had, like, their moments that they were actually, like, really good as a couple. So, coming up at number 5 is Bloom Into You. I actually did like a Bloom Into You video like a couple of weeks ago. So if you want to get like the full extent of like that version, just go into this video right here and you can see like the whole 50-50 correction of it basically. Because I did get like 50% of it like wrong, so I do apologize for that. It just fizzled out of my brain basically. But when it comes to them as a couple, they actually are really great as a couple. Like I said, like in the video, like a couple of weeks ago, they just have like this really great bond that you just really feel like they just really are great for each other. While Yu was technically like unsure because, as like I said in the video, she wanted to have like that moment like in the movies, the mangas, the music and stuff like that. But once she ultimately had that, she didn't really have that same feeling. It's like wasn't actually love. But it's not until like she reaches like high school, she meets another girl named Nami, basically a second year, trying to become like the next school president. And it's basically like they were like trying like to figure out like what was Yu's situation in the very first episode, until like Yu said something that made her realize, like Nami realize that she actually has feelings for her. Like it was just like in a snap, like holy moly, that's just one way to fall in love, I guess. But thanks to her, like she, like Yu was able to like to call like that, like the guy that he like admitted that he had feelings for her, like felt relieved that that she finally gave her an answer, like him an answer, and they moved, and Yu and Nami have like their moments throughout like the show. But you're probably wondering, why is it a number 5? Why is it a little higher if you said you liked it? Well, the reason for that is it's not completed. As like I said, like from like in the video, it ended at a cliffhanger. And we never got any confirmation if we're gonna get it, and we're probably never gonna be. So that's why I had to put it like a little bit lower than a little bit higher, because of that reason. But as a couple in general in the show, I just really like it. And now coming up at number 4. Alright, full disclaimer here. This is like the couple that I actually stumbled upon quite literally like this, like pretty recently. And basically like a couple of weeks. And this is the couple I'm talking about. I haven't really seen like the show yet as of this point of making this video. But I'm pretty sure that probably like after I do like this video, I'll probably watch it. But if you want me to do like more of this couple, I will definitely do it. But let me explain. But I'm not gonna do like everything like surrounding like this couple until I actually officially watch like the show. But a little thing about the show, this actually isn't like, you know, like a series that was released like during like you know, like a channel or something. This is actually like a fan-made series. Well, I'll talk about that like in a sec once I introduce the couple. And who is this mysterious couple? This couple is Gabby and Ellie from Disadventure Camp. Does the animation look familiar? Yes, this is basically a fan-made show inspired by Total Drama Island. And can I just say, Total Drama Island was easily one of my nostalgia pre-teen shows. Like, seriously, this show was great until they censored it. I'm like, what? My God, like, I could go on a rant on, like, the censored version, like, and how they ruined the freaking show. But I'll do that another time. For now, let's just focus on, like, this particular couple. So, as like I said, I haven't really watched the show as of this point. For me, and also you guys, if you want to try this out, you can actually watch this on YouTube and stuff like that. So it's actually great because it's a YouTube series rather than what I said, on a channel and stuff like that. So if you do want to watch this, because apparently this show is a lot more popular compared to the actual official show. So I'm definitely excited to watch it when I actually eventually do. But what about like this couple? Like, this is actually number 4. If you're probably wondering, if you haven't like seen the show, why did you put it in number 4? Like I said, I also said this is an honorable mention because I haven't seen the show yet. So this couple, I think it's just really adorable from what I've seen. But I'm kind of a little bit mixed on it at this point, mainly because of one specific person of this couple. And I'm, of course, talking about Ellie. Because according to what I have heard, like, from the clips, apparently she's basically not, like, the greatest person except for Gabby, which is kind of weird when you think about it, if she's being, like, a complete asshole to everyone. I don't know why that is, but I guess I'll have to figure that out when I actually watch it, and I can decide for myself. But I think Gabby, like, from the clips I've seen, she's just really funny and great. Like, when I actually watch the show, I'm gonna go crazy over her. Like, seriously. It's like, she just sounds like a really fun character and stuff like that. She does kind of remind me of, like, Izzy from, like, Total Drama Island, but as like I said, I haven't seen, like, the full show yet, so I am not 100% sure as this point. But for now, though, I'm just, like, super excited to get into the show when I would eventually get it. And if you guys ever heard of the show, please tell me in the comments if you agree if this show is actually good and try to convince me to actually, like, watch this. So, just FYI on that. And before we get into, like, the top 3, just like I said, let's go to the honorable mentions. Since, like, I'm counting Gabby and Ellie as an honorable mention, also alongside, like, being part of the list. The other ones I'm going to be referring to is, like, Louis Santonomy from Owl House, a couple of, like, animes, and that's just pretty much it, because I don't really, like, have, like, a lot, because most of them came, like, from, like, anime and stuff like that, so what else can I say? Now, coming up at number 3 is Kate and Vi from Arcane. Yeah, so I actually did a video quite literally, like, a few days ago, but when it comes to, like, them as a couple, they're great. And keep in mind, up until now, most couples I have, like, said were kind of feeling like the part of the underrated category, because most of the couples I really like are underrated, and I want to know, like, why are they underrated and stuff like that. But this couple is one of, like, the most popular couples out there, and do I agree? Hell yeah, I do. So, basically, like, they're both, like, from, like, I definitely did, like, a couple of, like, videos, like, on them and their relationship, and I just think they're really good. Even though season 2 kind of, like, ruined it, but at least they got along by, like, the end. And I just think they were one of my favorite couples, so props to them on that. Now, coming up at number 2, we got Annis and Euphine from Magical Revolutionary, Reincarnated Princess, and the Genius Lady. Yeah, it is a very long title, but I just call it, Magical Revolution. Like, that's what I just call it, basically. for short. And can I just say this couple is actually like really damn good? Because fun fact, I actually watched this at the same time when Volume 9 was aired, like RWBY Volume 9, and oh my god, like this couple was so great. When it comes to like this couple, they are really adorable. Like they have like so much really good chemistry and stuff. Although I was only able to watch this on Crunchyroll when I had a subscription at the time, but I don't know if they're gonna release a physical copy of like this anime, because I wish they did, because this anime is so really good. Probably like one of like the best Yuri couples out there. Like my god, like come on, I'm begging you, give us a Blu-ray of this show. Like seriously, like please give me that. I'll literally pay you. All right. Yeah, okay, sorry about that. I just really like this anime so much. I'm so sorry. But when it comes to like the relationship, just like I said a million times, they're actually like really great. But if you're probably wondering, what is my number one favorite? Well, you guys already saw this coming. Coming up at number one is Blake and Yang from RWBY. What can I say about this couple? You guys know how much I adore this couple, like so much. Like, oh my god, like I love this couple because this couple changed my life. No contest. I don't care what people say if they have like the worst relationship. When it comes to slow burns, like they're like the best way when it comes to slow burn like romances, because they're like the first like American Yuri couple to actually do this. Like holy moly, like this, I could go for hours on this. You guys already know that how much I love about these two, so like, I'm not gonna go into, like, a big full depth because I already freaking love this couple so much. So, we're gonna end it like that because they're easily my number one favorite, okay? No contest. I said a million times, but there you go. And, yeah, that's all the couples there. So, I would like to know from you guys, which one is your favorite? Have you watched all of them? And if you would like to know some of these couples, or you want me like to talk about them in future videos, type down in the comments these heart emojis right here, and I will definitely get to talk about them. And I hope you guys have a happy Pride Month, and I will see you guys in the next video.